Hey everybody, welcome to ATS on a budget. So, I'm going to explain to everybody how to make your first profile and how to start your game. I'm also going to explain to you how to use a PS3 game controller to be able to control your game so you don't have to necessarily buy a steering wheel, pedal, shifter, and all that fun stuff to start. This is all about starting slow, building yourself up, and building your own rigs. I'm going to teach you all the way from the hand controller to we're going to build a rig on this channel. It's going to be something you can build at home. It's not going to be $1,000 rig like all these guys have. It's going to be something cheap, something that still makes it fun, but something you can do affordably. So what you're going to do for new profile is you're going to come in and you're going to start your game. Once you click the home screen, it's going to bring you once you click the American Truck Simulator on your home screen of your computer, it's going to bring you into here. What you're going to do is click new profile, and that's going to take us into here. Now, I'm using a HP laptop. It's pretty old. By that, I say pretty old. It's 2 years old, and it's not the fastest thing in the world, but with the right settings and what I'm going to show you, you can make it actually work pretty good for this game. So it's going to give you an idea for a name. I change that. I can do whatever I want to do for it. What name of our company is going to be is Western Logistics. So I'm going to make this Western Logistics. You can click if you're male or female, and then go to pictures. When you go down on the picture, it's going to give you a bunch of different pictures. Choose whichever one you want. This is what's going to show up kind of as your driver, but it's going to show up as your face in everything as far as what you see on your screen. So we'll go with this one. It doesn't much matter to me. Preferred truck design. Now, this is kind of where you can show I'm a Peterbilt guy. I'm a Volvo guy. I like Peterbilt, the more Aerodynes, International, Kenworth, whatever you like. Now, me, I'm a Peterbilt guy. I used to drive over the road. I have a 379. So that's definitely me. Company logo, it's just a picture. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't affect things at all. You can pick whatever you want. So we're going to pick that one just to make it easy. So name your company. You have to name your trucking company. You name it whatever you want. For this one, we're going to go with Western Space Logistics. If you want English, this is where you set it to English. If you want it to anything else, you set it there. I always recommend using the Steam Cloud. It keeps your computer running a little faster and keeps everything going. So what you want to do now is you want to click Create. So this is going to ask you what kind of controllers you use. So on that, we know that we are going to use a PS3 recording controller. Pick up at GameStop, Walmart, under $20. Great way to get started. So what you want to do, you want to plug that in. So once you plug it in, it's going to send it to this controller. You're going to click controllers, gamepad and joystick. Now, what you want to click is simple automatic. Unfortunately, the real automatics are kind of sequential and shift. That'll come with the steering wheel, the pedals, what we add, paddle shift, steering wheel, whatever we add, that'll come with time. So right now, you just want to do the simple automatic. So this is going to be all your setups as far as your accesses and stuff like that. I leave that all the same. I hit it. Okay, at that point, hit finish widget. I'll show you where to go in and actually tailor this to your budget. So this is going to be your startup screen. Like I said, I'll show you my settings. The only time that this gets slow is when you load it. It does take a little bit, not, a minute or under 2 minutes, and honestly, I can deal with that and not having to spend, $600, $700, $800 on a game. It's something you can do with what you have at home. Still have a good game and make it useful. So right now we're gonna let this load up, and I'm gonna explain to you that if you guys have any questions on anything let me know. If I don't have the answer to it, I will research it and educate you. Comments on any of my videos. That way I know what you guys want to see. I know what you guys are struggling with, or what you guys don't know how to make happen. And we can go from there. The game noise right now, it's just the American Truck Simulator song. Once you're in there, I can show you how to turn the radio on, all that kind of stuff if you want. Most of the time, honestly, though, I just do that on my phone. I like to be able to hear the actual truck, hear, Jake would come on, stuff like that. Because the way I was raised, you always listen to drive. Your computer, but it's habit. Just, that tells you if something's going wrong, stuff like that. Because I've had it where I thought my Jake brake was on. It wasn't. I started decelerating, Jake brake never came on, ran through a red light, got a fine. So, the minute you let off, okay, wait, that Jake brake's not on, stop this. So, we're loading up now. So now, I have all these DLCs. DLCs I do not have, though, are tough. I do not have, and I am waiting until they come out with new one. I have no idea who, and that's it. My recommendation to the headquarters for the first time here is pick something. That way you can do northern runs or you can do southern runs and have decent distance. I don't like Carson City. I don't like, try to stay away from the Elko to get started. So I'm going to click Elko right here. Confirm selection. Walkthrough tutorial. It's useful. We'll walk through it right now and kind of show you what it's going to get into. But it's going to show you things you wouldn't necessarily know about level stuff. So we'll give it a second to load up. And then the focus also on this is I've driven, real life and everything. So I'm going to set stuff up to be more kind of what you're going to see out of real life. Not what guys are doing, not what the American Truck Simulator does. An example of that is once you level up and the guys or people who drive from for you, they can take a load from one place to another. So say they're going to take a load from Elko and they're going to go to Sacramento. It doesn't allow them to then go from Sacramento to Portland, Oregon. They have to go from Sacramento back to Elko, which is just how they set it. In real life, though, you can go from place to place to place. So that's what I like to do. I don't like to go back to my place after every run, because if there's not a load from say Sacramento back to Elko, run it back empty. You're wasting fuel, and it's a mile that you're not getting. So I try not to do that, but unfortunately the drivers don't have data. That's how American Truck Simulator has it set. But that again is once you have a garage, you have to drive. So here's going to get some tutorial. Welcome to American Truck Simulator. Continue. And it's going to go through your own transportation now open, but you don't have one for the truck. So you have to work with somebody else right now to get there. There are also a way to take phones. So right now we're going to do a load of used packaging to the forward in Elko. We have a vehicle. and the company that we are driving for is covering all the expenses. And continue again, and we're going to find out what they put us. I tell you, they're going to be stock trucks. They're going to have no mods done to them. It's how we got to start, unfortunately. So it's just going to be a basic truck. You might not be a Peterbilt Longnose. Yeah, they might be putting me in a Volvo right now. Who knows? But we got to do it for this first run. And this first run is going to pay us almost $400. And we're staying in the same town. So, this is putting us to keyboard. Where you're going to E for the engine. Let me turn the sounds up a little bit here. Now, I can use my additional control, which I'm trying to see if it has me set up the way that I want it. And it does not. What you're going to do is you're going to hit escape. This is a stock truck they put there, that's what we just chose out of our preferred type. So let's get your game controller set up. So you're going to hit options. You're going to go to controls. This is where it starts getting you. I leave everything here about the same to get started. Steering sensitivity, I am going to turn up a little bit. Besides that, I'm going to kind of leave it for this section. Now, steering. I steer with certain actions, which you can do. Click it, it's going to ask what you want to steer. So this is our X axis. Our Y axis is going to the acceleration, which we're not going to do. That's what this means. You leave your axis there, because we're going to change it to a different thing. So now that you have all your accesses done, you're going to escape, so that you want to make sure it's not yellow. And then you're going to basically go from here to keys and buttons. Okay. Our primary is your controller. Secondary is your keyboard. So for throttle, I'm going to click it. For throttle, I use this button right here. So since it's yellow, I'm just going to click that button. It automatically sets it. Brake and reverse, again. I'm going to use the same thing. I am going to use the button below it. Click it right there, you're good to go. Steering left to right, click it. I'm using this joystick, so I'm going to go left. It's good to set the joy left. Steering right. Joy right, again. So shift up, shift down, you don't have to worry about, we already took automatic. Shift neutral, this direction. The hits don't exist. Your body. Now, start and stop. What I use for that, I use the top button on the touch. There. So start stop like this, it's going to come with that button. Don't worry about it. Scroll down some more. So for a parking brake, I use this button. Engine brake, I use this top button. Engine brake toggle, we don't need to worry about that. Increase, decrease, we just don't need to worry about that right now. Retarder, increase and decrease, we use keyboard buttons for that, and it's automatically set for that. Drop axle, we will need that later in the game. Now this is for the truck. I use this button. For the trailers, I use this button. Differential lock, you do use in the game, that is the letter V on your keyboard. You can leave it right there, that is perfectly fine. So, for your turn signal, left turn, I use this right here. Right turn. It's right here. Hazards. Up button on this. Light mode is L. I don't really touch that. So what you can do to make it easier for you. So light mode is basically get a bunch of good marker lights situation. I use the center of this joystick. Beacon you can set however you want to. I'm going to use the select button for the beacon. Air horn, I leave it at letters. I really don't ever use the horn in the game unless I'm driving by one of my own garages. And that's just a personal thing. Wipers you always want to have. It will start raining when you least expect it. I use this button. You can set cruise control. I personally don't use it. But that will give you a letter already. You can leave it at that. Use the keyboard for it if you're on a laptop or on a regular computer. So then as you go down through this, it's going to show you the F buttons and what each one of those F buttons do. As far as mirrors, route advisor, truck adjustment, camera controls, again, that's the way you look at the truck. So looking inside, out, looking from the top down with the camera, all those different types of cameras. I normally only use the interior camera when driving, chasing camera, going back and forth. That is all there's a lot of stuff that you can use that's already to attach rail, activate to enter. So when you go to rest, it will ask you to hit enter. When you go to fuel, it will hold the enter button. And those are things that we will show you as we go along. So now that that's all done, we can actually go and drive. So now we're going to shut that down and we're going to go back to here and we're going to click drive. So drive just put us back in here. So if you hit the number 2, it's going to give you your outside look at this, and we can see that we are towing a tri-axle dirt. We are in a Peterbilt. Not a bad looking truck or trailer. Stock, but not bad. So if you hit 1, you're going to go back to your interior. As you can see, I only have 1 mirror on there. And you can actually go through and add mirrors and take mirrors down. For this, it's the F2 button. So you have both your mirrors up, 1 mirror, however you want to have it. As you can hear, it's back. I have it reversed right now from when we were playing. So I'm going to quick click and put it through. So right now I want to look and see where I'm at as far as visuals in here. You can kind of look around. You can see the inside of the truck. You can look back into the sleeper. This one's plain Jane stock. So let's go through our function keys. F3, it's going to bring us up this right here. This is your GPS map. You can also do it this way, where you have F3, where it gives you your other little buttons underneath it, where you have to hit other Fs. I don't personally like that, so I hit my F2, pardon me, my F3. So I have just this. The trick is, if you hit your 0, it will go into here. It will show you how much you have in the bank, what you're hauling, the weight, from where you already know because you picked it up. This is where your destination is, when it's expected. It gives you a pretty good window of time, 8:22 a.m. to 3:02 p.m. It tells you what's going to pay you and how many hours is left till your deadline. It also tells you your next rest stop is in 13 hours and 49 minutes. That goes off of the hours of service. You can only drive 14 hours in one shot. You have to take a 10-hour break. This will require you to do that. If you do not, it will fine you. And then after it's done finding you, it'll start going black and screen out for a second here and there until you finally stop. If you hit 0 again, this will show you your truck has 0 damage, your trailer has 0 damage, and your cargo has 0 damage. Info. There's no short messages that it sent us. And now we're back to our GPS, so let's go take this load out and go see what we can do. So my first thing I'm going to do, turn on my Jake brake, because I like to leave mine on. So what you got to watch with this is your sensitivity on your steering. Every game controller is going to be a little different. So with that being said, if it seems too sporadic for you, which this one is quite sporadic, you can adjust it. So what we'll actually do with this is I will take you to my other profile in the next video and show you how I have mine set up. Come out of here. Again, you want to watch and make sure, just like driving a big truck. You get hung up there, it's not going to work. Backing the trailer up is just like backing a big trailer up. When you turn the opposite way for what you want to do. So now I know I'm hung up on something. What am I hung up on? Well, let's hit 2 and go find it. So there we go. We're out of that. So now you can see how fast these wheels are turning back and forth. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it in drive, so the game goes away. We're going to hit escape again. Options. Controls. Steering non-linearity, you want to turn up. I'm going to turn sensitivity down here. And I'm going to turn my force feedback stiffness up and my sensor up. So we're good there. Now we're going to go back to drive. As you can see now, it comes back a little faster, but not as fast. So we go inside the cab. You can see how fast that comes back. That's really, really springy. So again, we're going to go into here. We're going to escape. We're going to go to options. Back to controls again. Turn our force feedback in. The left force set in. Go. Drive. So now you see you're still super fast. But dual. So again, remember you're driving a pretty big truck. It's just like driving a real life one where you need to make sure you come out. Now, out. You start going. When you hit somebody, you get a fence. reason why we're getting an offense on this one is I am absolutely not used to the steering. Because I have mine all set up the way that I like it. Which again, next video, we will go into the other truck and we will go over that steering. Because as you can tell, this is just way too much. So what we're going to do, with it being this much, this is way too much for me. We're going to stop the truck. We're going to escape. We're going to go back and I'm going to turn the sensitivity down. A lot. There we go. You may enjoy, there we go. You may enjoy it a lot more sensitive, not sensitive. Again, it depends on your preference. It depends on what you're using as a control. So up here, we're going to hit our brake just like anything else. Turn our turn signal on and corner. Steering sensitivity is still really high on this truck. So what you want to watch too is here's your speed limit and your mile per hour in the GPS. Once Jake brake on, you just hold the button. Or you can set it where the toggle is, and that will turn it on and off for you. Use your key to use your blinker there when you change the lane. Come on. Again, this is a new profile. You have to set everything up for yourself. So now, this is telling me Wahlberg's is right here. So I'm going to turn wide, pulling in. Well, what you want to remember when you pull into these is you always want to get your truck over the checkered flag and hit your brakes. So you'll get down in the box, you'll get job delivery, the following key to handle the job delivery. You hit enter. This is going to give you a few choices. You can do let's play it safe. It'll give you 15 bonus points. You put the trailer in a box in that location. You do 40. That most likely is going to have you back into the dock. You could have a trailer beside you on either side. You could have them on both sides. So you kind of want to go with what you feel you're comfortable with. If you want to try backing a trailer up a little bit more, I would say let's play it safe. I very rarely do in a hurry now because you want those XP points. That's what helps you level up. As you level up, you unlock different accessories for your trucks when you own them and also things that you can do. So we're going to hit confirm. Now, I know that we are pushing it on getting to this fence. So, as I can see there, we're going to hit it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to back out. You got to watch out, make sure there's not traffic behind you when you do this. And I am going to swing this very wide. That way my trailer clears my fence. Don't have to handle the delivery again because you've already done it. So now I know I cleared my fence. So I'm going to bring my truck back around. And here's the box that we need to put in. If you decide that you can't go to where you want to go, say you're backing in somewhere and it's not working out, once you get close to the box, it'll give you the choice to hit enter into auto parking. You will not get XP points if you do this. But anyhow, so what you want to do is you want to put this, basically this truck and trailer in this box. So now we're in the box, but we overshot it. So we're going to have to back up a little bit. And as long as it's in the box, it's going to say it's ready for unloading. So at that point, you want to set your air brakes. And you want to hit 4 just to make the beeping noise go away. And you want to hit T. T will unhook that trailer from us, and our run is done. So we got 3 XP points for running that load, and we got 15 for parking. So we've gone up, we're still level 0, but we've moved up in experience. So we're going to hit OK. Now we are free as the wind, as they call it, which means we are under no load. So we're going to let this update. As this updates, what I'm going to do is, once this comes up, I'll show you your next steps, and then I am going to back out of this and make one more video. This is our garage. It's not really fancy. You're going to work up to a fancy garage. So, you hit continue. Tells you same thing I just told you. Not fancy. Well, we don't own a truck, so we don't tires. So, now we're not under anything. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to haul load right off the bat. Start making money. So you're going to hit job market, you're going to hit quit job. So over here is where you can select different loads. You want old loads and old trucks. You're not picking for newbies. So right here is Elko, big dot. That's home. So you want to click Elko because you're going to be from home. What you want to do is you want to look through the boards. Each board is going to tell you something different. So this is coming out of Elko, and it's showing us this first one, for example. It's going from Elko to Jack. Offer expires in 9 minutes, which means after 9 minutes from now, you may not be able to get that load. Now that's the time to drive from where you are right now to that shipper and pick up that load. The other things to look at is over here. It's going to give you different items to tell you, different icons to tell you. So it's a heavy cargo load, 56,000 pounds. It's an articulated trailer. So that right off the bat tells me you're going to be pulling doubles. Now, green light is standard delivery. So we see that it needs to be there Monday, 11:23 to 6:03 p.m. Now, if I click on this, it's going to go up on my map and it's going to show me here's where we are, here's where we're going. It's 93 miles, and it's within an hour and 48 minutes to run. Now, we know we have plenty of hours left in our hours of service for the day, which is no problem. But other things that you can get is 10:30 in the morning, so 2 hours, 12 in the afternoon. You have 12:30 to 6 as open time. Go slow now. See if I can find any expedites. Nope, they're not even giving us expedites. So when you go through this, you also have ones that have a blue triangle. That means basically you do not have a lot of spare time. So if you need to nap, like you have to take a 10-hour break, you really need to do the math and make sure before you take that load that you're going to have enough time. So you need to look at your hours of service, how many hours the trip is, and see if you can fit it without sleeping. You have to sleep on the trip, then you have to add 10 hours automatically to it. And then see where that puts you as to when you're expecting. If you have late loads, they take money away from you. If you get a red one, a red triangle, that means that is super, super urgent and you do not have time to sleep. So yeah, right now you don't even have to look at it. You don't have enough hours of service to run that load. So this also shows you that if we go and run, say this load here, excavating soil, we're going to be in a Peterbilt. It's a 579 stand-up sleeper. It's got the stock 455 horsepower motor. It's we go down here, we have a Kenworth. If we go here, we have a Kenworth 370 horsepower lower with a 10 speed. So kind of pick what truck you want and go on from there. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this here and I am going to change all my settings over from one to the other as far as the steering that I really comfortable, and then I will be doing part 2 and we will go haul ourselves a full pay distance load. So I hope everybody looks forward to part 2. I'm getting better talking on here, explaining things, so we all just gotta get it a little. So thank you for watching. Please click subscribe and please like the video. And we will talk to you on Come on.
That get rescued, and the private individuals do help other people here just like they do wherever you're from, but there's that fraction of 1% that they're either surrounded by somebody who's unwilling to help, but more likely they're surrounded by somebody who is unable to help because they're also in a rental car that the previous renter stole the jack out of or something like that. It's these people are out here without any recovery equipment. And so there's not a lot of help to be offered simply because nobody has the gear, and more than likely they also don't have any experience in it. So I've been in situations where there was easily enough people around to push the car out, but they didn't know that they could even do that because they weren't familiar with any type of recovery situation, even the most basic of getting out and pushing, which sounds strange, but not everybody's had the same background and experience. So
they don't have a good enough rig. They need a Jeep like Matt has.
I get a lot of comments about my tire pressure and how much tire pressure do I run. I put it in some of the videos. I'm running 9 pounds all the time. My shop's not very far from the sand dunes. It's not worth it for me to air up and air down. What about the customers? Why don't I air their tires down? It's a liability issue for me. So if anything happens to that tire in the next month after I aired it down and aired it back up, they're going to come back to me for. I found that it's easier for me if I just adjust my driving technique and my tire pressure and get that vehicle back on hard pack and send them down the road. So I get asked a lot of times, why did I pick a Jeep Cherokee to do off-road recovery? It seems like it's barely getting the job done, and you're right, it is barely getting the job done, but that puts it ahead of everything else that I've tried, and I'm not the only one that's tried this business. The reason I landed on the Jeep is I like the packaging. It's a lot of dry storage. It's light. It's got a good drivetrain that I can keep running. It's easy for me to modify and upgrade for what I needed, and it's the right price. They're really affordable compared to some of the other things. It is the correct tool. It's not intuitive. It's not something you would guess instantly is the best tool for the job. But we've been doing this for a long time, and there's others in the area that's been using the Jeep Cherokees for the same purpose that I use mine, and it's the right tool. They're fast, they're light, and you can add another one inexpensively. I have to get 3 Cherokees on a job before the price is the same as one 4-wheel drive wrecker. So it's far more economical for the customer, and it's faster for us. It's less downtime for us, and we're not taking a $130,000 rig out there into the sand. We're taking a $5,000 rig out in the sand. Maybe we'll take 2 $5,000 rigs in the sand. But I have to have a lot of Jeeps before it equals $130,000 worth of equipment in the sand. Why do we use a Jeep Cherokee instead of something else?
That I don't really know, except it's just fixed up real good to work in the sand or the snow.
And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sand we have here. So beach sand is coarser than the sand we have around here. Not only is it coarser, but the grains are actually shaped differently. So the sand that we have here is called blow sand. People call it blow sand, or they'll call it powder sand. Powder sand really explains what it's like, but the granules are round. If you've done a lot of driving on the beach and you watch these videos and you may have some good advice. I've noticed the people that drive on the beach always tell me to air down to 18 pounds or 20 pounds. But the guys that are used to this desert sand that we have here, the blow sand, they're like, you need to be at 10 pounds. You need to be at 8 pounds. And they're right. We've got to go much lower to navigate this sand. Do you think our sand is a little bit worse here than other places?
Oh,